So this week, I decided to start a new project beyond the contacts I was doing last week. So this week, I'm actually going to basically start a very similar project to what I did started off from last time, making an API. But this time, I'm going to use two different databases instead of just one. So very, very similar layout as before. But this time, instead of contacts, I'm going to make a pseudo pharmacy profiles. We're going to have some information about the patients, um, along with insurance information. And then we're going to also have information about the medication that they're taking. So from the server, we'll have it goes to index. Um, we'll have it route out from there to different locations. Well, Swagger is another one actually too. So three different locations. But you have this patient, and then you have the med profile. Each of them have their own individual um, controllers to them. The controllers themselves have tags now, so to make it look a little nicer. They also have descriptions. But the where it gets really, really interesting is with medications, you have a whole bunch of information, a lot more information than in the previous walkthrough. And then you have very similar for the create and the put, and then the patient as well. There's multiples. I did run into a little bit of an issue with passing objects. I didn't know you just had to pass the object, not the object and everything inside of it. But if you pass the object, it's really, really simple. It grabs everything underneath it, which makes sense. But I didn't know that. But it's a lot easier. Um, so let's just go off and just demonstrate a little bit of the website. This is the repository that I've forked off. It's currently running on this website here, and the API documentation comes to this. So if we say that we want to just do a little bit of this, so let's go back. Actually, I have some REST files here just to test it out. So let's just grab some of this. Which one are we doing first? We're doing medication. So let's go down to medication, and we're going to create this medication. So if we go into try out, we have this information. There's a couple of extra things I think I want to put in here, but I'm going to do it later. But this has like the prescription ID and the patient ID, the prescription number, everything about the prescription, the doctor's name. And so you can just hit execute. It runs, and then it marks as true that it actually acknowledged that it ran. So if we run it here and go into the basically uh, read all, it will grab all the information from both medications on there. I just want to make more than just one because it's pretty hefty um, information. If we pull the information off of that, so we require a string here. It will only pull up that one that we just registered. Let's say that we made this mistake right here on the instructions. So let's go back. Let's grab another one. Let's say that it was supposed to be take 1/2 to by mouth twice daily. Then we just take this, copy that, go down to the put, and just put this in this. So we fix those instructions. And then let's grab the ID so we can update the ID. And then we can execute that. And then we can see that it goes through correctly. And then if we go back and we rerun the single get on that one, you can see that it updated to 1/2 output twice daily. But then of course we have to try out the delete function. The delete function, see if it works. It's there. So let's scroll back up to all the way to the top to where the get all is. And there's only one now in there, just the atorvastatin. So this was a success. So let's go on to the patient database, which is pretty simple, very similar, just has a little more different variables to it. So if you go to the patient information, let's make this Barbara Maximus person. So if we try that out, And we go there and we have all these different information about Barbara. So we hit put, execute. You see that all that information is put. We got a new ID. Actually, let's open these up and just throw that ID in there so I don't have to grab it again. Be nice, right? And four. All right. So, and then if we get all of them again, we can read all. You see, we have this Bobby Howdy, and we have this. He has a bunch of information. He has Medicare, some other information. Then we have this Barbara and Maximus. So say that Barbara decided to get married, and so she got married, and but everything else, and she got moved into her spouse's house now, and let's execute that. So you see that it's changed. Let's go back up to the original. Let's see, where's it get? Sorry, guys, just going fast. You can see that she is now Barbara M. Minimus. And finally, let's say that we don't want Barbara any longer on our profile. We delete her. And so if you go back to, just go to execute all, all the patients. Now we only have this Bob guy. There's no more. So this week's was fun. I think the biggest success I was able to figure out pretty quickly was the object passing. That was pretty easy, but I was able to test that mainly with my REST file here. I was like, okay, let's go. Yeah, it's not going right now. I don't know why. It's complaining about the. Let's just do not the local host. I don't know how the host is running right now. Let's go to the actual. I was just running. There we go. I was running it through, and then it gave me like nulls on all these, and so just make sure that you, whenever you're doing that, to make sure that you grab the right thing, because if you don't, it will not like you. So I get this, and it was when I was putting into it, it was just nulling out everything about the doctor. So I was like, what? So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, of course. And thank you so much. Good day.